And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is Michael, the so-called FXFreedom, broadcasting you live on YouTube and other streaming platforms. Never forget, trading is a learnable skill when we learn in the correct way. Everybody follow the correct steps and you are going to graduate from this course when? Number one, you have your chart set up and ready for trading, and today we are going to work on number one professional trader course, the 3 trend lines every time frame has. Number two, you have your strategy in place, you understand why you win, why you lose. No, you don't need to be constantly profitable. As a matter of fact, you don't need even that your strategy is profitable. You are going to learn this in the advanced course, how strategies works. And number three, you have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze the chart and make an educated prediction. Read disclaimer, these streams are not trading or investment advice. We are here to learn. Remember, if your way is not working, why don't you try ours? And for homeworks or questions, you have my Gmail contact, and for other education or ideas or whatever, you have my Skype contact. Everybody, that being said, thank you very much. Okay, everybody, let's open USD JPY monthly chart. USD JPY monthly chart, USD JPY monthly chart, and out and out and out and out, right? And out, right, out, and oops, I should not cancel the monthly bands, right? Somewhere up, maybe like this, maybe, right? Somewhere up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, very good. So the 3 trend lines every time frame has. Let's write this down. Okay, let's write this down. Charting slash trading concept. Yesterday we talked what is the correct way to draw the trend lines, charting and trading concept. Okay, every specific TF stands for time frame. Every specific time frame has its own, okay, meaning could have. Number one, the what it's called the long-term trend line. Number two, medium-term trend line. Number three, short-term trend line, and number four, the aggressive trend line. Okay, everybody, take a screenshot, make a picture, photo, type in the chat. Done. Charting, trading concept, every specific time frame has its own, meaning it could have the long-term trend line, medium-term trend line, short-term trend line, and the aggressive trend line. Okay? Yes, sir. The monthly could have all of those. Then the weekly could have all of those. The 4-hour chart could have its own long-term, medium, short-term, aggressive. 2-hour and the 15-minute chart too, day traders. You are going to find on the 50-minute chart also long-term, medium-term, short-term, aggressive. They are not going to appear always, alright? It could have. Okay, type in the chat, everybody. Done, so we can move forward. No, there is no right or wrong. Just remember, you should not mix apples with bananas. Every specific time frame has its own long-term trend line, medium-term trend line, short-term trend line, aggressive trend line. Okay, Now, talking about trend lines, is USD/JPY up, meaning long, or is USD/JPY down, meaning short? USD/JPY monthly chart. Is USD/JPY okay? Now, let's see if you've learned anything yesterday, everybody. Okay, if I take the, so we've learned, right? We are going to stretch, and then we are going to do something like this, right? And even better, something like this. Okay, everybody, is this trend line correct or not correct? Brodo says up, sir. Clara says down. So one more time, Clara, talking about the trend line. Is this market on the monthly chart up or down? Desert Island down too. Rice said up. Short term down. I'm new to this channel. Welcome, Broto. Where are you from? Broto says correct. Everybody, is my uptrend line correct or wrong? We've learned yesterday that we must start the trend line at the starting point of the uptrend, up market way, whatever. And in order to do so, we must find the first high or low. The absolute line is up, short term is down. Correct, is still up. Chila, was there a lesson yesterday? If yes, where can I find it, please? Ernest. On the, and everybody, if my internet goes down today, the electricity company, they're building something, alright? So if the string goes down, this is why. Ernest says, was there yet? Yes, it was. It's on the Dukascopy webinars page. Okay. Now, this trend line, everybody, is not correct. Not correct, not correct. Okay. Why? Because if you zoom in, where is the uptrend starting? Can you see it, everybody? Oh, you tricked me again. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. The uptrend started in here. Everybody, do we agree that the uptrend started in here? Broto, why? Could you be more specific on why? I ask many questions. I don't know why. What is why referred to? Long term up, short term down. We're going to see. Hello Julius, how are you? Everybody, do we agree that the circle represents the start of the uptrend? Yeah, so I need to pay attention, everybody. I need to find the low. Now is this now? So I'm going to is still the same up in here. Okay, now is my uptrend line correct? So one more time, I'm going to take, this is the starting point, and I'm going to connect this tail here, right? Is my uptrend line correct, everybody? I connected this low with this low. Is my uptrend line correct, everybody? Yeah, tricked again. Of course, this is my job, right? Shola, my honorable teacher. I'm a humble servant, Shola. You're the teacher. No, sir. Why not? No, why not? What's wrong? Clara, no. What's wrong? No, Island, no. What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's wrong, everybody. What's wrong? Well, I just, you told me to connect the lows or the highs. Going through the candles, exactly. Thank you very much. We've learned this yesterday. We must not break tails or bodies of the candle, so I need to stretch it like in. See here, everybody? You must zoom in. USD JPY monthly chart is just an example. So you must, and you have the long line too, right? If it's too complicated, everybody, you have the long line, okay, to help yourself. Transparency, there you go. Okay, so in here you must zoom in the chart. Remember, USD JPY as a currency pair, and the monthly chart is just an example. You are going to find this kind of setups, charting setups on the 15-minute chart, 1-hour chart, right? So you can take the long line, and connect the two of them. Let's be honest, you have so much money that you move the market your way whenever you want to. Don't tell all my secrets, Kimbo. Okay, don't tell all my secrets. Okay, everybody, now is my uptrend line correct? Is my uptrend line correct, everybody? Type in the chat, yes or no. So the first one, it's what it's called the long term. In this example, long term uptrend line. If I zoom out, everybody, okay, if I zoom out, this is the long term uptrend line. Okay. Kimbo says, oops, sorry, not a problem. Correct, okay. Now, so if this is the long-term uptrend line, then what is going to be the medium, what's called the medium-term trend line? I'm going to connect this low with this low. Is the red one correct, everybody? Is the red one correct? Clara says yes, Julius says yes, talking about the long-term trend line. What about the red one, the medium term? Yes, but how accurate to the nearest pip is relevant? Exactly. Is my red uptrend line correct, everybody? Or it's not? And remember, monthly chart and USD JPY is just an example. Correct, correct. Let's zoom in here, everybody. Let's zoom in. Is my red uptrend line correct? What can you see? And this is another charting rule, everybody. Okay. Is it okay that I connect this low? Is it okay that I connect this low with this low, but then I left the space in between and I start with this low? Is this okay? It's only 2 points. No, it's not correct. Exactly. So you need to pay attention, everybody, to these details. Okay, this red line, it's not correct. I'm going to use the long line again. So, or maybe I'm going to use the short line. Okay, I'm going to extend, and I'm going to connect the next two tails. Let me see if I can right click and extend, edit. Oh, stroke. I can't, right? I don't want to put the long line because it's going to mess with some of you, because you're going to see the past too, right? Anyways, red line. Now this is the correctly drawn medium term trend line, everybody. Okay, if you zoom out and you see something like this, okay, now forget about, everybody, please don't bother about the past. So we are just trying to understand that, okay, this is the starting point. Okay, don't bother with, yeah, it's confusing to some of you, right? Because you are seeing the past, but the uptrend line starts in here and goes up in here. Your monthly band you put, it's not correct using trading view. Yes, different charting softwares have different data, Clara, we agree. Okay. Now, so this is the long-term trend line, this is the medium trend line. Okay, medium-term trend line. Okay. Now, USD JPY back in time, everybody, was like this, right? Remember, don't worry about this is the monthly chart, try to understand the concepts. So I'm still having price action, and now I'm going to draw the short-term trend line. So the first one, it's the long term, the next one, it's the medium term. Now I'm going to start from this low in here, and I'm going to extend it. Okay, something like this. Let's color code this as orange. Okay, everybody, is my orange line called the short-term trend line? Is my orange line correct? Everybody? Is my, let me see if I'm breaking any tails or wicks in here. No, I'm not, right? Still okay. Is my orange line correct? Everybody? Type in the chat yes or no. And remember, everybody, monthly bands are not lines to the pip, those are areas, sometimes a little bit subjective. Is my, I'm going to hide something like this, right? Not to confuse everybody. So I have my long-term black uptrend line, I have my medium-term, the red uptrend line. Now I have my short-term, the orange one, uptrend line. Is my orange one uptrend line correct? Shola, correct, sir. Yes. Broto, no. Why not? Why not, Broto? What's wrong? Okay, but trend has broken. Yes. Broto, why it's my orange trend line not correct? Now, you are going to graduate from this course when you have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze a chart and make an educated prediction. 90% of traders fail worldwide. Okay? Now, when you see something like this, everybody, okay, when you see something like this, tell me, is USD JPY up or down? Should you buy, should you sell? And this is the most important thing you are going to learn today. As Desert Island said, the market broke the short-term uptrend line. Circle is showing you, is this, and remember, USD JPY is just an example and the monthly chart is just an example. This could be whatever currency pair on the 15-minute chart, or the 2-hour chart, 4-hour chart, daily chart. Clara says, no, it's not correct. Broto, you should zoom out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm zooming out. Broto, why is my orange line not correct? Clara is up by sir, Julius by. Everybody. This is just an example, right? So when you see something like this, everybody, okay, and I'm hiding the future on purpose, okay. Somebody is yelling at me, oh, but we're at the monthly band, we should sell. I'm telling you, don't confuse apples with bananas. USD JPY monthly chart is just an example. Try to understand, it's just an example. Okay, and we are talking about just the trend lines, not about support, resistance, pivot points. Anyway, the trader is correct, but try to understand. Okay, so starting from today, this is just an example. Okay, if this is what you see, everybody, if this is all what you see, you know, what is the correct answer? USD JPY is short, meaning you should sell short term but still long term. Okay, still long term and medium term. Okay, everybody. A trend line is a tool that confirms a trend from yesterday. Trend line is a tool that confirms a trend from yesterday, and the market was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Went back down, made a lower low and lower high, lower low, and it broke the short-term uptrend line. What does this mean in your analysis for the week or for the hour or whatever? When you see something like this, everybody, starting from today, you must understand that this market is short term, because the market broke the short term uptrend line. This is the logic behind, but it's still up. It's still long term. Okay? Does this make sense to you? If it's not, tell me, we need to talk. Does this make sense to you? Somebody's asking, boss, why is this important? Day traders are going to short the market in here on the 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart, 5-minute chart, scalpers too, when the long-term swing traders on the 4-hour chart, daily chart, hedge funds are going to buy. Boss, can you repeat please? Yes, sir. One more time. Okay, so step by step, right? We have the long-term uptrend line drawn in the correct way. We have the medium-term uptrend line drawn in the correct way. And we have the short-term uptrend line. I didn't take in consideration everything. I'm hiding the future on purpose. And now the market, and this was a real example back in time, and the market broke the short-term uptrend line. This means that short-term, this market could gravitate down. And as a matter of fact, it did, right? In the short term, this market could gravitate, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Ground color, you know. Okay, it could gravitate down short term. Why short term vocabulary? Because of the short term uptrend line. But still long term, you should be long. And if you're a scalper or day trader, you should not buy, probability wise, you should not buy USD JPY or any other currency pairs. You should not buy in here, you should sell. Oh, but long term it's up. He's a day trader. Oh, but medium term it's a buy. She's a scalper. Different trading styles are going to do different things on the same chart. Shola is saying, sir, I don't know how to know buy or sell for the day or for the week. You are going to learn this in the advanced course, Shola. Julius, it makes a lot of sense. Okay. Now, we have one more, everybody. So if this would be the example, right? You don't see the future, but you should not break bodies down in here. Okay. You should not break bodies and tails, everybody. Okay. You don't see the future, but if you zoom in and you see the market still making like it's speeding up, right? It's making higher highs, higher lows. Okay. Now, and okay, sometimes you cannot make the perfect trend line, but try not to break any tails. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to stretch it, and let's color code in green. So I'm going to zoom in, everybody, and I must not break bodies, right? So I'm going to take my trend line, I'm going to put as much as the software allows me to. As you can see, I cannot freely draw, so I'm going to leave it somewhere, you know, maybe not the perfect one, right? Something like this. Okay. So the green one should be really connected to the orange one, as the orange one is connected to the red one, but the software doesn't allow me. I'm going to leave it like in here, and I'm going to spread it. Give me a second, and I'm going to spread it something like this, and more, and zoom out. And zoom out, everybody. Zoom out. Again, not the perfect example, right? But, and now you have, everybody, the aggressive one too. So back in time when we were trading USD JPY, right? We were long. This is USD JPY. Now if we take USD JPY as an example for real on the monthly chart, do we agree that the market broke the downtrend line on the USD? And again, right, up in here too, you know, I need to, not the perfect one, but do we agree, everybody, that the market was making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then stopped making lower lows, lower highs, and started making higher highs, higher lows? Do we agree on that? Everybody, do we agree that the market was making lower lows, lower highs on USD JPY monthly chart, and then start making higher highs, higher lows? So back in time we were buying USD JPY for real, and we were monitoring, right, the price action. And even if you don't know the future, you would have already the long term, the medium term, the short term, and the aggressive one. Why, boss? Why? Because you have enough data, you have enough price action, right? And you would buy or stay long, and then bam. If you see something like this, everybody, how should you understand the market on the time frame of your choice? Might be the 15-minute chart, daily chart, monthly chart, whatever. If the market breaks the aggressive uptrend line, what are you going to do? Short term and long term. Boss, somebody's asking, boss, what do you mean long-term and short-term? Every single time frame has its own. Great question. Let's write this down. I believe I didn't explain this one. So charting / trading concept. Number 2. Thank you very much for the question. Charting / trading concept. Every time frame has its own long-term view and short-term view. Okay? Yes, 50 minutes too. Everybody take a screenshot of this. Take a picture, photo, whatever, type in the chat done. Every time frame has its own long-term view and short-term view. Meaning you can buy or sell something long-term, or you can buy or sell something short-term on the 15-minute chart too. This is how traders communicate. Make sense, everybody? I thought that long-term is just the monthly. No, it's not. If you hear everybody, you know, well, it's a little bit subjective, right? Because different traders use different vocabulary. But if somebody is telling you, oh, I'm long on the 4-hour chart, this means that he or she is going to stay in a trade for a few days, maybe weeks. If somebody says, oh, I'm short term on the 4-hour chart, we are talking maybe intraday. Okay? Every time frame has its own long-term view and short-term view. So when you see an aggressive trend line broken, Desert Island says short. Very good. Are you going to short the market short term, or are you going to short the market long term? There is no right or wrong. It's a probability profession, everybody. But if you see something on any time frame, should you short short term or should you short long term? If you say, yes, give me a second, somebody's yelling at me already. If you say you are going to short short term, what does this mean? Talking about trend lines. We are still talking about trend lines, everybody. If you say that you are going to go short short term, this means that you are going to short the market maximum somewhere down in here. Short term, very good. Short term, excellent. Congratulations, you're getting it, everybody. Make sense? If you say, I'm going to short the market long term, this means that you are projecting, that you are projecting, one more, whoops, not this one, If you say I'm going to short long term, this means that you are projecting the market to go, what is long term? To down to here. Short term, exactly. Except that it may seem long term on the 1 hour. Don't confuse apples with bananas. Okay, every single time frame has its own long-term view and short-term view, everybody. Okay, don't confuse the monthly chart with the weekly, and the weekly with the daily, and the daily with the 1 hour, and the 1 hour on the 15-minute chart. Okay, everybody? Okay, so here is the lesson. This market broke the aggressive uptrend line on USD JPY monthly chart, but you are not aware, And I'm going to take desert island example. What if I go on the 1 hour chart? Let's see if J4X is going to help me. There you go. What if I go on the 1 hour chart, everybody, unknowingly, right? And I'm shorting the market, I'm shorting the market, and I'm shorting the market. So I've been shorting the market in here, making tons of money, losing a little bit in here, but making money, losing, and then making again, right? So my view is that the market is down, right? On the 1 hour chart. And then what happened? So I lost a few, right? Won a few, now going down, I'm winning, right? I'm winning, now I'm losing, I'm winning, and I'm losing, and I'm winning. And where are we? We are here. Well, not the best example is true. Let's go on the 4 hour chart maybe. 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart until in here, okay? So this, yeah, 1 hour was not the best example. I could be making money and losing money until down in here, everybody. This is the lesson. If I'm not aware that there is a long-term uptrend line on my time frame, or a medium-term uptrend line on my time frame, I'm going to psychologically trying to short the market and short the market and short the market. Make sense? When in reality, if I would be aware that there is a long-term uptrend line, medium-term uptrend line, short-term uptrend line, when the market comes down to here, all good, all good. I would short the market, you know, making money, losing money, making money, losing money, you know. But down in here, when I would see something like this, I would not go short anymore. Why not? Because as we explained yesterday, I told you yesterday, between price action and the trend line, who is stronger? Hello MHB boss, how are you? Long time no see. Between the trend line and the price action, who is stronger? In a few weeks we are going to talk about what is your strategy again. If you are going to choose, everybody, that you are going to use trend lines and counter trend lines in your strategy, you are going to build some rules. Make sense? So it doesn't really matter what currency pair you are trading, everybody, and on what time frame. When you see something like this, just an example, you know, the aggressive one, right? So you would short the market short term, you would short the market from here to here. You would not go short in here anymore. See, everybody? So one more time, you have enough data to chart the trend lines. One more time, you have enough data, you don't need to see the future. You have enough data to draw the 4 trend lines. You see the market breaking the aggressive one. If you want, short the market from this trend line to this trend line. Don't go short near the uptrend line anymore. Okay? If you short the market near the uptrend line, I'm going to ask you, why did you short in here? Oh, because the market, why did you short in here? 70% trend line, price action is stronger. Shola, nope. 7 times out of 10, the trend line is stronger, Shola. Okay. Everybody, 7 times out of 10, the market is going to respect the trend lines. Okay. So don't go short in here anymore. Okay, and then of course the market went up and up and up, and then bam, here, right? Short if you want. We don't know the future, we don't know what is going to happen. The market, if it's going to fall, is going to fall to the red one first, right? We don't know. But remember, this market is what? In here is, should you buy or should you sell right now? And should you sell and be careful because this market is still up, or should you just blindly short the market and sell? How are you going to take advantage of the market instead of the market taking advantage of you? There is no right or wrong, but the market broke the medium-term uptrend line. Should you just blindly short the market, or should you be careful because the medium term and the long term are still up? Exactly, be careful, right? So short the market, short the market, short the market, short the market until one day, right? Shorting the market. Star one more time. Shorting the market, lower lows, lower highs. Until one day, the market did what? Bam, right? We are going to learn about support, resistance, pivot points, everybody, but today it's trend lines. Okay? Are trend lines helping you a little bit more, everybody, for you to understand what is happening, why it's happening? Now, of course, I hide the future with purpose. Now that we see everything and anything right now, I need to take the orange line, the medium term, and readjust it. Why? As yesterday we learned, a trend line is a tool that confirms a trend. Make sense? If I leave this, now that I can see the whole picture and I can see that the market it's making higher highs, higher lows, then I need to readjust this trend line like this. And this aggressive one, it's not valid anymore if I'm charting right now. And if I'm charting USD JPY monthly chart, you know, now I am taking this currency pair in consideration, then I'm going to have the aggressive one like this. Okay, and the market could have more aggressive trend line, not just one. So this would be the first one. Then I'm going to start from this in here, another one, aggressive one. Let me see if I can make it smaller. There you go, right? Going to be better. Smaller, okay, in here, very good. Now this is the next one, aggressive one. Let me see if I can do another one, not to break tails or bodies of the candles. This is another one. I'm zooming in and starting from here, not the best example, but still, you know. And again, the software doesn't allow me to put my trend lines somewhere down here. Okay, not the perfect one. Sell and be careful. Retrace to line, sell. Everybody, this is now USD JPY monthly chart. What are you going to do in here? So the market broke the first aggressive uptrend line, and now you are at the next aggressive uptrend line. What are you going to do in here? Should you sell, buy, wait for a retracement? And if we go on the daily, right, daily, the market was making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, higher highs, lower lows, lower highs, right? Somebody just type, "Oh my gosh, what did you understand right now?" Not on YouTube, on the other streaming platform, somebody typed, "Oh my gosh." Is this like, "Oh my gosh, I know what this was a losing trade," or is this, "Oh my gosh," like, "Oh, this is confusing"? Is there a secret why this market reacted in here? You could be shorting the market on the 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart. Maybe not 15, it's too small compared to the daily. You could be shorting you could be here shorting the daily chart, 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart. Is it strange that the market pushed up? What's the reason? Exactly, be careful near the trend lines would be the trading concept. Okay, be careful near the trend lines. Shola, trend lines are stronger than the price action. This market is not just going to fall. Okay? And believe me, everybody, on the smaller time frame, if you would chart correctly, you would see also this, pullback, and this pullback, and other pullbacks. Is this a secret? They're going to call you a genius. How did you know that this market is going to, your friend John is shorting the market, and you're telling John, don't short the market in here, it's going to react. No, this market is in a downtrend. Yes, it is, but it's going to react. Most likely the market is going to react in here, and John, no, I'm going to short it because I'm in a downtrend, and then the reaction happens, and John is going to call you, "Oh, you must be a genius." Agreed, everybody? And one more time, this is just an example. Price travels between two aggressive trend lines, and you expect the trend line to reverse as trend line is stronger. Well, the first impact, right? Everybody, now, some of you next year are going to come to the advanced course. Starting from today, those losers, beginner traders, are not acceptable anymore. Ouch, right? Beginner traders, show me how to make money, teach me how to make money. You need to learn how to lose less. You are making money in here. This loser, you shorting near the uptrend line, those losers, beginner traders, are not acceptable anymore. So the market, this is just the first reaction. The market can still go down and breaks the other aggressive ones, but you trading here on the 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart with a short stop, whatever, this is an unnecessary loser. I'm holding the sell from 148 level. Okay, everybody, our time is up. See you back tomorrow with another lesson. Homework. Chart, put the so homework. Put trend lines, right? Where is the text? Text. Homework. Chart. TL stand for chart trend lines on the currency pairs of your choice and the time frames of your choice. Okay? Chart trend lines on the currency pairs of your choice and time frames of your choice. One last thing before we finish for today, everybody. One last question. Everything we said so far, if I do something like this, you are going to see this on YouTube videos, everybody. Can I do something like this? Everybody, one last thing before we finish for today. Can I do something like this? Is this correct or wrong? You are going to see tons of people doing this on YouTube. Is this correct or wrong? Or they are going to do something like this too. They're going to do something like this too. Is this correct or wrong? Type in the chat wrong or no, or type in the chat yes, correct. I don't know. What do you think? Bonkers. Charting trading concept. Charting / trading rule. You cannot throw trend lines. You cannot throw trend lines as it pleases you. Make sense? You cannot throw trend lines everywhere and anywhere. This would be wrong, not correct, wrong. Everybody, you cannot throw trend lines as it pleases you. Hopefully my English is correct. You cannot throw trend lines everywhere and anywhere. This is wrong. Okay? Not correct, wrong. Okay, everybody, see you back tomorrow. Until tomorrow, stay strong and trade for freedom. Freedom is the word. You are looking for financial freedom, and if you have a lot of money, you are looking for time freedom. Right? Julius knows what we're talking about. Don't trade for money. Trade for freedom. This is FX Freedom.